and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am making my strawberry keto cheesecake. So I'm just going to get started here, and I do my crust a little bit different than other people. A lot of people, when they're doing their keto cheesecake, they make it out of like almond flour or coconut flour. Today I am using walnuts. So I'm going to put 2 cups of walnuts in my chopper here. I'm going to do it one at a time. Chop them up really good, one at a time. So we're going to put 1 cup in. And to that 1 cup, we are going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And a half a teaspoon of dark brown sugar. Now on this, it's got 8 carbs per 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, plus it says 8 total sugars. So is what I'm going to do is we're only going to put in a half a teaspoon of brown sugar. And then also to that, we are going to put in a half a teaspoon, and I've got the Truvia cane sugar blend. So we're going to put a half a teaspoon of that also. It doesn't take much, and this crust is going to be really good. You're going to be surprised at how this turns out. You're just going to really like it. I just know it. I made this about 2 weeks ago, and I put it in my freezer, and then also and cut it up into pieces, and it lasted me a couple of weeks. So okay, now we're going to put that in, and we're going to chop these until it's they're not real fine, but kind of fine. Let's just say that. And as you can see, it turns out pretty fine, almost to like a flour substance. So, okay, so we're going to pour that all in here. Get the rest of it out of here. You're going to want to do 2 cups, so we're going to do 1 more cup. Okay. Alrighty. Now, if you have a food processor, you could probably do it all in one shot, but since this is so small, I'm going to do it 1 cup at a time. Okay, now we're going to put back in a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, ground nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of dark brown sugar, and a half a teaspoon of the Truvia. Now if you have different type of sugar you use, just go ahead and use that. And just go ahead and put in the same amount as I'm doing here. Okay, now we're going to put the lid on. We're going to chop them all up. Alright, so we've got 2 cups here. And then to that we are going to add 1 cube of, well, if it starts for me. Sometimes it likes to start for me, sometimes it don't. Alright, we are going to put in 1 cube of melted butter to this. Melt there. Oh, let's see here. And the filling to this is really easy also. It don't take a lot of ingredients. I'll show that to you here in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is we're going to mix the butter in with these, with this chopped up walnuts. Now last time I made this, I actually did 1 cup of walnuts and 1 cup of almonds, and it turned out really, really good. The crust in this, it's kind of gives it like a crunchy, nutty flavor, and oh my gosh, it is so good with the cinnamon and the nutmeg in it, and a little bit of the brown sugar, plus with a little bit of the trivia. And you're not using so much brown sugar to where it's gonna really hurt the carbs in this. Because like I said, altogether it's only 1 teaspoon of brown sugar altogether for this whole crust. So, alright, we're getting this all melted down here. Because what I'm going to do is after I pour the butter into it, we're going to form it into my pan here. And at the very bottom, I've got some parchment paper that I just cut a round circle and put it down in. So, and like I said, this is really, really easy. A very easy recipe. And then also, I wanted everybody to know that me and my husband, we are getting a new puppy. He's about close to about 3 weeks old, I think now. He's a pure basset hound. He's white with kind of cream tannish type of little patches all over him, a little bit on the back and his ears. And I was going to do a contest. I need to pick out a name for him. So I wanted to show everybody what he looks like, and whoever comes up with the best name for him, I was going to give away a quilt. And so I only ask that you leave in your comments 1 or 2 names, I should say. Make sure you go through all the comments, make sure nobody else has picked the name that you want to put in. And I will be going through them. I'll give it probably a couple of weeks. I'm probably going to give it until I go pick him up. It's still going to be probably about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before I pick him up. And he is just the cutest little thing. I've got a little video I wanted to show everybody. that they sent to me just the other day. Well, actually, it's my daughter's neighbor, Amanda, and I think all of you know my daughter. So I'm going to show you this cute little video that she sent me of him. And oh gosh, he's just so cute. So, but I do need a name for him, so I'm going to show you this here. And anyways, he's just so darn cute. He is the cutest little guy. He's pure white with, like I said, a little bit of tan on his ears. Very, very light tan. You can see him, but he's a purebred Basset Hound. And so yeah, we're gonna do a little video, or a little contest, I should say, on him and on naming him. And if somebody can come up, you know, with a cute little name that I just love, and you're like the first one, if there's another one that somebody else named him, if you're the first one that came out with the name that I pick for him, then you'll win the quilt. So after this video airs, go ahead, and if you'd like to start commenting on the names for him for me, that would be awesome. And then, like I said, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to pick the winner. So, okay, so now this butter is all melted down. So we're going to pour it into our crumbs here. We're going to mix it up really good. And it seems like 1 stick of butter is perfect for this recipe. Oh, I think you guys are really going to like this. Like I said, the crust, doing it with like the walnuts or just like almonds or whatever kind of nuts you want to use. Pecans or, you know, any kind of other different nuts. It just gives it a really nutty type of flavor, and also, like I said, with the cinnamon and the nutmeg in it, oh my gosh, it's just so good. You guys are really going to like this. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just going to spread this out on the bottom here. And you guys can see this. And I'm just taking the back of my spoon and just kind of spreading it out to the ends here. It smells so good too. And it almost even kind of reminds me of like a graham cracker crust. I think just because of the cinnamon and the nutmeg that's in it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Now, you got it all spread out. Very bottom there, just like that. And we're going to put this in the freezer for 15 minutes. And then when we come back, I'm going to pull it out of the freezer and we're going to do our filling. I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Now I pulled out our crust and it's been in the freezer for 15 minutes and it's set up pretty good, nice and hard. So we're going to put that to the side and then we're going to start our filling. And now I've got 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. And to that, I'm going to add some lemon zest of 1 lemon. So we are going to go ahead and zest this up a little bit. Okay. with our cream cheese. You can smell it. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then also you're going to want the juice of 1 lemon. So we're going to put this in here. Let's see. Cut it just a little bit more. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, there's one. Do the other one. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. If you guys could just smell the lemon, oh man, it smells so good. Okay, now to that, we are going to add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Let's see here. We can find a half a cup here. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And a teaspoon of vanilla or vanilla extract, whatever you have. Okay, and then also we are going to put in 1 tablespoon of our sweetener, of our swerve. 1 tablespoon. Woo. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to mix this up really good. Now you're going to want your cream cheese soft, and this has only been out of the fridge for probably about a half hour. It could do for a little bit more time on the counter. You're probably going to want to let it sit out on the counter for at least 45 minutes, an hour, so it gets nice and softened up for you. But this ain't doing too bad. Like I said, it was on my counter for about a half hour or so. Oh, and you can smell the lemon and the vanilla. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Alrighty. See if I can get a little bit of this out of here. I wish there was an easier way. I mean, I'm sure there is, to get all the frosting and stuff out of your beaters. Oh, alrighty. That's a little better, I guess. Okay. Put that off to the side, and I'll grab a spoon. Alrighty, now we're just going to take this filling and we're going to put it all over the top of our crust that we made earlier. Oh, this is so good. You guys are going to love it. Seems like every time I cook, my nose wants to run. I don't know why, but it sure does. I really do think it's allergies though, and it's starting to get springtime, so of course my eyes start watering. And you know, it's really weird because I never did get allergies ever until just a couple of years ago. So I don't know if it's just from aging or what. Okay, so as you can see, I'm taking all the filling. I'm going all the way to the edges. Oh my gosh, yum. Yum, yum. Oh yeah. And then we're going to put this back in the freezer for about 20 minutes or so until it sets up. And then it'll be done. And we've got a topping that I'm going to make out of these berries here. There's strawberry, blackberries, and blueberries in here. Like I said, I made this a couple of weeks ago and it turned out so good. I just had to share it with you guys. And like I said, I think you guys will really like this crust that I done because it's like, there's no flour in it or anything. And I just think you guys will really prefer it over doing like a coconut or an almond flour crust. So, and like I said, you could use any kind of nuts you want. Walnuts, almonds, pecans, just whatever you prefer. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, just like that, we're going to put it back in the freezer for about 20 minutes and let it set up. And then we'll come back and do our topping. Okay, we are back and I am going to start the topping for our yummy, yummy keto cheesecake. And as what I have here is 10 ounces of the organic berry blend, and it's just strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. So we're going to put this in a bowl, and we are going to add a half a cup of water, and then also we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of the Truvia. Gosh, you can smell that lemon in there. It smells so good. Okay, now we're just going to mix these up. They're still a little frozen too. So is what we're going to do. We're going to let these sit, and we're going to, this is not quite set up yet. So we're going to put this back in the freezer for about another, it's only been in the freezer actually about 10 minutes. You're going to want to put it in there for at least 20 minutes, maybe even a half hour, until it sets up nice and firm for you. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Okay, now we're going to let this sit out on our counter, because like I said, they're still kind of frozen, but we want the sugar and everything to incorporate into our berries. So we're just going to let that sit for a while and put this back in the freezer for about another 20 minutes, and we will be back. Hello everyone, and I am back. Now I've had our cheesecake in the freezer for 45 minutes. It actually took 45 minutes to set up. I thought it would only take about 20 minutes or so, but it took 45 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this knife and I'm just going to go around the edges of it here to kind of break it loose a little bit. And seems to be set up pretty good. There it goes. Okay. And then we're going to pop this open, take this off. my goodness. Okay. Take this out of here. Go. Let's see if we can remove the parchment paper I have on the bottom here. My goodness. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Got it off of there. Alright. This is how it looks. You guys can see that. And then we're going to take our berries here, strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. We're going to put it all over the top of it. Oh my goodness. And I believe this comes out to about 6 carbs per slice, if I did my math right. Okay. Oh my gosh, and who doesn't love cheesecake, right? I want to say maybe strawberry cheesecake, but it's more than just strawberries. It's got all the berries in it. Goodness sakes. Let's see if we can pull this back here so you guys can see it. Oh my gosh. I mean, it takes a while, you know, a little while to wait for it to set up, but once it does, I think you guys will be satisfied with this. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of juice on it. Yum. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. There's the result. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and I think you guys will really like the crust too. We are going to cut into it. Get a little teeny piece here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. I do have to taste it. Oh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. There we go. There's the result. Oh my gosh, you guys are really going to love this one. It's very, very good. And keto friendly. Even if you don't do keto, I think you guys will like it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So, so good. And this is the end of my video. And if you guys haven't subscribed to me yet, please do. Hit that thumbs up button for me. And make sure and ring the bell so you guys get my notifications. And also, I'll be looking for everybody's comments on what to name our new baby. And like I said, I'm going to be bringing him home in about probably 2 to 3 weeks. But if you go through and you see this video, I'm going to put a thing out there and let everybody know that I'm doing a contest also. And I hope you all have a good night.